So, Tony, how about week 7 and week 8 where the mileage and the intensity meet each other?
Week 7, week 8, those weeks need to be actually one of your hardest weeks, because we are assuming you have been running consistently. Your system should be able to accommodate a relatively difficult amount of workouts. So you can do the best runs in the mornings, bring in the long runs once a week, which should last from 10 to maybe 16 miles. Bring in the intervals. In this case, you can do actually both, the short intervals and the long intervals. You can do them during the same workout, or you can do short intervals today, then take a day off, do recovery run, then do long intervals. Or vice versa, you can start with long intervals, do them, take a day off and rest, do recovery runs, then come back and do shorter ones. By shorter intervals, I'm referring to the 150s, 200s, 300s, even 400s, where you get quicker turnovers compared to doing longer ones like mile repeats and 1200 repeats.
And I think the good thing about long runs specifically, and why we keep harping about, increasing your mileage and doing long runs, is that long runs are hard. Long runs are difficult, and they're going to point out your weaknesses.
Yep.
The thing you can do in structuring your own training is that when Tony was talking about alternating, your short intervals or your long intervals and your tempos, if you find something in your long run that let's say you don't have a good finishing kick, or that you can't hold a pace for a long time, or that your pace jumps up and down, well, that's an indicator that's something you need to work on. So during those workouts during the week, do a tempo or do a long run, do a longer interval that is adjustable and necessary for your own personal running and your own personal training pace. So right now we're at the end of week 8, which is 2 months into your training plan. Now we're coming down the backside. We're 1 month away from your race goal. And one big thing we have is pick your race first and then train backwards. Your race goal is at the very end, but structure your training from where your current fitness is to where you want to be on your race day. So Tony, why don't you tell them about the last month of their training, month 3?